Hello, friends and fans. It's your favorite sports journalist slash writer, Christian Holmes, coming at you guys with another episode of Holmesy's Mailbox. This one is going to be jam-packed, and I got a few things to talk about. Right off the bat, we have a question from Jack Anderson asking me, who do I like in the Khabib Tony Ferguson fight? Now, if you know me, I love mixed martial arts. Jack Anderson, though, you can follow him at Jack Anderson DJA on Twitter. He can give you all his takes on MMA. Anyhow, that being said, really, Khabib's going to be hard to beat. He's one of the best, probably is the best in his division. I love Tony Ferguson. He is an amazing fighter. And I think we should have got this Tony Khabib fight a long time ago. But we're finally getting it, pending any unfortunate happenings. Hopefully nothing does happen except they make weight and go out there into the octagon. That getting said, I have to say, I think Khabib's going to win. Tony's crazy, and he's got like a very unorthodox style, and he can wrestle too. But I just think Khabib's just the superior fighter. I think Khabib's going to take him to the mat, and he's just going to assert his will. That might not happen in the first couple of rounds, but once you get into the championship rounds, if it makes it there, I think Khabib's just going to start beating up Tony, and I think he might get a finish in the fourth round, I'm going to say, and it's going to be a rear naked choke, and that is my pick for the fight. So, too long, don't read. My pick for the fight is Khabib round 4, the rear naked choke or submission, whatever you want to say. Now, the next question I have been asked, this one was emailed to me. The person that asked it asked not to, have their name read out. Fair enough. What did I think about AEW's Revolution pay-per-view that took place last night? It was last night as of this recording, but by the time you hear this, it'll probably be Monday. And here's what I'm going to say. I thought the pay-per-view was 100% phenomenal. It was definitely one of the better ones I've watched in a while. I think all the matches were great. There was nothing, no big surprises or anything. Just good wrestling, great storytelling. My favorite match of the night was the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman and Paige for the AEW Tag Team Championships. The Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer said that this was the best tag team match of all time. I don't know if it's the best tag team match of all time, but for this year, it's unbeatable. Maybe even for the past 10 years, let's say, from 2010 to 2020. I just don't know. I love this match. It was great. It was absolutely phenomenal start to finish. The pacing was good. The way everything finished was great. It's definitely 5 out of 5, or if I had to rate it, 7 out of 5. Just everything you could ask for out of a tag team match, and that's how you do it. I just get goosebumps thinking about it. Then here's some people might ask me, why don't I say it's the best tag team match of all time? Well, you gotta think, when you talk about tag team matches, it's hard to talk about tag team matches and not talk about the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, the Steiner Brothers, Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and there's plenty of tag teams that I left out there. And it's I don't know. the greatest match of all time. It's definitely up there. It's probably in my top 5 of all time. I do not know. I cannot say. And that's a conversation that it varies from person to person because everybody has their own taste when it comes to wrestling. Everybody has their favorite eras in wrestling. So, yeah. And another question comes from a guy named Kurt. He emailed me, and he asked me, out of today's ongoing gimmicks or ongoing stuff in today's wrestling business, what is your favorite gimmick? Alright, so, like as you guys know, this is all, unedited, this is unfiltered, no bullshit. If I had to be honest with you, I love Nick Aldis's gimmick with his faction Strictly Business. It is old school, but it's really well done and well adapted. And it's not overcomplicated, it's just something that you can just learn to like, right? And don't get me wrong, I love the Undisputed Era. I love all of that stuff. And I love, gimmicks like Bray Wyatt's The Fiend. They're all great gimmicks. But if I had to go with anything, it would be Nick Aldis's Strictly Business gimmick. And it's great because Nick Aldis is it's like he's giving you a piece of himself. And you just really love it. Just like I loved Razor Ramon's gimmick back in the day. Like, come on, man. Who are you kidding? Nobody likes the bad guy. It's all about Razor Ramon. And you peasants can't get it because of Razor Ramon. Nobody better. Anyhow, yeah, it's just, I love the Strictly Business gimmick. It's one of my favorites right now. And I love the catchphrase. Don't take it personally. It's strictly business. Easy to remember, but it's effective and it gives you the goosebumps when you hear it. I love it. And that's my favorite gimmick. Moving on to hockey, I was asked about the Toronto Maple Leafs yet again by a lot of people. Basically, they want to get an update on what I'm thinking now that they got some wins under their belt. And here's what I'm thinking. I think they're doing well. You know, everybody in Leafs Nation, of course, me too included, get a little bit worked up when this team ain't doing well. And, you know, I think the reason why I get worked up is because I know how good this team can be. And then when you see them play like shit, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You're better than this, right? And I read Michael Grange's piece that he did on the Raptors a little while back, and he talked about how Kyle Lowry has world-class skill, and the Leafs have world-class skill. And that's something that the Leafs could take from Kyle Lowry is his world-class skill, not willing to give up on anything, always determined, always fights till the last buzzer, does not give an inch on the court. And, I think that's what I want to see out of the Maple Leafs. And I think over the past few games I've been watching, they're trying, and they're doing a good job. And Frederick Anderson's still having his problems, but he'll get over it. So I'm happy with the team right now. I'm hoping that they'll do well on their 3 West Coast trip. Hopefully they can bring home the bacon and keep themselves ahead of Florida and out of a wild card spot in 3rd in the Atlantic Division. That's all I'm going to say there. Another question I was asked, which is a pretty good one, if you asked me, was about Let me think. I'm just reading through this right now. Okay, this one was about how do you feel about Nate Pearson? This is a baseball question, by the way. I should reference this, and it's a Toronto Blue Jays specific question. How do you feel about Nate Pearson's appearances and strength training so far? And do you think he should make the Blue Jays opening day roster? And here's the thing. Yes, I think he should make the opening day roster because if you look at him right now, he is phenomenal. He struck out the side in his first appearance, and then he did pretty well in his second appearance. His fastball was hitting triple digits. I don't know what there isn't to like about the guy. He's a great pitcher. He's if you read The Athletic, Keith Law put Nate Pearson in his 11th spot for the best prospects in baseball. So obviously he's doing well in that regard. Yeah, but I think he should make the opening day roster. Will he? Probably not, because of the whole Major League service thing, and I understand that, you know what I mean? Let the Jays save their money. Another question I was asked about the Blue Jays: where do I see them at the end of the season? Will they be a wild card team, or what do you expect from them? And now I know there's a lot of optimism for the Blue Jays, but I think a little bit of a realistic expectation would be for them to improve by 10 wins. And something that would really make me happy is to see them finish 500. Yes, I'd love to see them make the wild card, and I do think they have the talent, but they're young, inexperienced, and they need to get a little bit more depth to their team, have a more solid starting rotation, maybe fix up their bullpen, get some more pieces, fix out the problems that they have in the outfield. I think they're a good team. I think they'll do well for basically from what we've been used to. I think they'll do a lot better. But I think I caution that you have to wait and be patient with the team. And if they finish 500, be happy. Because these kids are only going to get better with each year of experience they get. And I feel management is gone to the point where they're willing to spend money because they know they have what it takes to compete. They have their core. So that's good. And I expect not big things, but I expect improvements out of this year's team. And I expect them to at least, improve by 10 wins from last season. And at the best case scenario, make the playoffs. If not, they finish 500. I would be very happy with that. And that's a much needed improvement. And as a fan and as a journalist that watches baseball, it makes me feel better to see them do that. So now that concludes this day's Holmesy's Mailbox. I want to say thank you again to everybody who's been watching these so far and who's been sending in questions. I apologize that this wasn't out on Saturday. I got busy with some stuff and it just happened when it happened. But I'm happy to have it out to you guys today. If you have any more questions, use the hashtag Holmesy's Mailbox. Aiding